Hi, welcome back. You're listening to Radio Taiwan International. I'm Michelle, and this is Geek Out. Wow, I almost forgot my own name there.
Oh.
Wow. So today in the studio, we have my very good friend, John. We actually went to high school together, right?
Yes, we did.
Right,
Yes.
John Chiang. So you're right now living in...
Florida, down in the United States.
Right, you're in visiting Taiwan.
Yeah, just to visit a friend for a wedding and make it a month, and also take advantage of attending tomb sweeping, among other things, too.
Right, so, visiting family and eating food.
Eating the food is probably one of the higher points of the list. Saving so much eating the street version versus going to a restaurant,
right?
To say the least.
Like you were saying?
Like this morning where I had, I believe, the doujiang.
Oh, that's always good. Taiwan breakfast rocks.
Yeah, and also a danbing, and it was only 50 NT, which is like a buck 30 or so US or so. So
it's always surprising how much the cost of living difference is here versus the US, especially in recent years. I'm going to say it's gotten a little nuts over there. But yeah, we say, what's your cup of tea? What tickles your fancy? Or what floats your boat? You're joining us as we share passions from people in Taiwan and around the world. So John today was saying that he's got pets.
I have pets.
Yes, I also have pets. Pets are life.
Yes, they are, especially when you have an S at the end of pet and you have more than one pet.
I mean, I personally believe that a house is not a home unless there are pets in it. To kind of, you come home and it's warm, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely much more of a home.
Well, one set of pet will welcome you like a warm home, and then the other set of pet will stare at you and ask, "Where's my food?"
That's very true.
Like, I am the master human. Give me my food, put it in my bowl, and go away.
I think our listeners can pretty much figure out which one is which.
that could have been a dog,
right? So actually, there are very cat-like dogs and then dog-like cats, I feel. So what do you have?
I have something called a German Shepherd.
Oh, nice.
Which I think in Chinese is like Longo.
Yeah.
But and she is a 9-month-old, 80-pound now dog named Jessie.
Oh, Jessie.
Yeah, she's named after the last time I had a German Shepherd, who's also named Jessie, when I had her in high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
so, okay.
When she was over here, and she just scared everyone.
Okay.
Being the big dog.
I mean, Taiwan culture when it comes to pets is interesting. John was also here in high school. We went to high school together at Taipei American School, and 20 some odd years ago, there were a lot more strays. And a lot of people were very scared of dogs, of actually all sizes, not just big dogs. But I can imagine. So would you walk your old Jessie around?
We walked her around, and people would just, in the alleyway, just move completely to the other side.
Exactly, right?
Like it was a beast from another dimension. And scarier than their tiny little Yorkies that they had probably back in the day. But now I see, when I come here now, I haven't seen a German, but I have seen some golden retrievers.
Yeah, big size guys.
And some nice little black labs. And I thought, okay, they've at least accustomed themselves to a larger breed of dogs. Yeah. No pit bulls or terriers.
You do see pitties and German shepherds if you go to dog parks. I think they are. The dog parks also have two sides here. They have the small dog section and the big dog section. I hang out with Rue in the big dog section. She's actually perfectly on the line in between, but her play style is more rough, so we tend to hang out. And one of her best friends is a German Shepherd.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, which means black.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a dog park also near where I live back home, and it's also got a small park for dogs and a large park for dogs. But then in the back behind it is a big meadow field called the All Dog Park. Oh. So if your dog is willing and has a good demeanor, then everyone can go
That's so
congregate,
nice.
And it's fun to see which dogs claim the social pack. And
it's interesting to watch them, right?
Yeah. When my dog was a puppy still, there was this short little wire-haired dog named Harlow, and it had a thing against German Shepherds. So it would always go up and be aggressive towards her. It didn't like bite, but like snip at her.
Right. But was Harlow like little?
He's a little. He's like a low riding dog.
Okay.
The way that was, and he was so tiny, like a wiener dog.
Right.
But just full of hair, like a Jack Russell Terrier / wiener.
Super floofy.
Super floofy and just like matted hair and whatnot. And so that dog was always just a treat.
I've always found though that the smaller the dog, the bigger they think they are.
That's what they think. Yeah.
But they're not big.
But the big dogs don't know what's going on.
No,
why did this small dog actually...
He's yelling at me.
What? Well, I thought you knew your place. And do I know my place, tiny dog? Maybe I am the tiny dog as well. So they do that. Oh, the Yorkies, the Chihuahuas, like the little teacups, they all just have that big voice, and the dog will just go, guess we'll just be hanging out. But, I'll just accidentally sit on you, dog, maybe.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of it's part of the friendship of being dogs. They sit on each other.
Yeah. I mean, when my dog first went there for her first time and seen all the big dogs come run up to her on the fence, she just soiled herself, not sure what to do. And it took several...
How old was she when that happened?
I literally took her the day I got her. And so at 9 weeks, she went, and I said, we're going to socialize you so you won't be crazy. And she just...
overwhelming.
She just, and another dog had to be a den mom for her for a couple times. And sort of be overbearing, but also protected her.
Yeah, well, I mean, she is a baby at that age. So I can imagine seeing so many other dogs. She's never seen that before.
Yeah.
At that point, I would imagine that she's only seen her nuclear family.
Yeah. Right? And her nuclear family was 2 cats about her size who also did not like her.
No.
So she came in, and 3 or 5-year-old cats have been sitting and squatting at this house before her, and they decided, we got rid of your last dog. Why did you bring a new dog here? Well, and this one's big.
Yeah, I do want to know, like how did Joe and Dexter, the cats, respond to the arrival of a puppy?
Oh, they just stared at her and then freaked out. And then they just exiled themselves to the upstairs house.
I see.
And they never came back down ever since.
Very similar to how Coconut responded to the arrival of Rue. I think, I brought Rue home in like a bag, right? A carry bag. And I set the bag down, and he came over and he smelled it, and he gave me this look that was utter betrayal, utter astonished betrayal. What have you done, mother? And then he proceeded to do the exact same thing. He exiled himself to the upstairs area and didn't really interact with the dog until just the last couple of months. I've actually seen them playing, and my husband snapped a picture of them both trying to occupy, that sunny spot. Like the patio door was open, so there was just one sunny square where there was direct sunlight, and they were touching in the square, trying to share the sun. Finally, over time, I think Coconut has accepted Rue's presence. Have yours begun to do that yet?
No, they will never do that. They will never ever see eye to eye, and I don't think they're giving the same treatment to the dog like they were given the same treatment to the wiener dog before them when they first came in, because they came in as kittens. And I had a prior dog, a dachshund named Bernie, with a U. I have to emphasize that.
Right.
Bernie with a U.
Not like Sanders.
Not like Sanders, but Bernie like
Burning Man.
Bernie Burns.
Okay, there you go.
Bernie, call me. Okay. No, Bernie the dog, and he was there right after I graduated from law school. And a year later, my friend asked if I want a cat. And this cat was abandoned. And was only 4 weeks, 5 weeks old.
Oh, a kitten.
Yeah. So I took her in and gave her milk, and then named her Joe, because I did not realize it was the wrong one.
Like I said, cats don't know gender, and it's 2023, and we can choose whatever name we want.
Yeah. And then I decided she needed a playmate, because cats don't probably need like a...
they are more social than people think. Like a lone cat by itself is actually kind of a sad thing. Keeping 2 is much more fun.
Yeah. So I got her one who's practically the same age, maybe younger, but then turned out to love eating more of the food. So now the young one is now the large one,
Right.
and the old one is the small one.
That is difficult when you have more than one cat. I'm gonna say, because you can't. You're leaving out food, and then whichever one wants to eat more just eats more. Or if you're feeding at meal times, one of them is going to finish their bowl faster than the other, and then sometimes stuff happens like they push the other off their bowl or something.
Yeah, like there was a TikTok video I saw that made a comedy bit of it where you say when you have two cats, you're always going to have a fat cat and a skinny cat. And
I saw that. There's always going to be Chonk.
Yeah.
And Long.
Yeah. And then you take it to the doctor, and the doctor says you have to feed it less. But then if you feed it less, then the fat cat will stay the same, but the skinny cat will lose weight. And then they tell you need to play with it, and so you try and play with the cat, but the cat just lies on its back and just bats the toy.
It's not. It doesn't work.
So you're always stuck with a fat cat
and
a skinny cat.
And one skinny. Absolutely. That's how my life was whenever I had more than one.
Yeah, but with when they came in, my wiener dog, who was antisocial and didn't really play with other dogs and just sniffed everything, he didn't care about the cats. He just sniffed them for a bit, and that was it. And they wanted to be friends with him, and he just said, I'm letting you be yourself.
Oh, that's super cute.
Yeah, until he passed, and then they said, we're free. And we're good for 3 years until the new dog came.
The usurper.
Yeah, and now their supreme dominance is over, and now they have a big thing 7 times their size.
It's gonna be more times their size, even more.
Taking over their space and eating their food and deciding that litter boxes are also a candy store.
Oh no! Yeah, I've also seen plenty of memes where there's that it's like a workplace sign, number of days since the last accident, right? So number of days since the dog last ate poop.
Yeah. Yeah. When I saw the puppy was doing that, I said no and boarded her away from it. And then I had to put down more money because you're just spending money for your children.
That's just how it is.
Yeah, so they should get a $500 litter box.
Do you have an automatic one?
I have an automatic one, and it's one of the newer ones, and it's like a litter robot, but it's different, and I think it does pretty well for it.
Is it one of the styles that rolls?
It rolls, but it rolls forward and back, and then it has a little roller coaster slide that shunts the stuff into a little bin.
Okay.
And it also weighs your cats too.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can keep track of which one
which one is fat and which one is skinny.
Yeah. So this fat one did it. That must be that cat. And the other one is lighter, so it must be that cat. And then it'll tell you how long they've been doing it. Oh. And then it also has a little odor spray too.
That's neat.
So except the problem is that they go so much, you have to change it every 5 days.
Yeah. Beats scooping out a regular litter box daily or every other day. So
yes, or good. Tracking your dog when it finds the litter box instead too. So now the dog can't get to this one because it's practically gone. But now she has her own thing of destroying everything in sight.
Well, they're agents of chaos at this age.
Yeah.
I mean, they're puppies. So our family dog was a golden retriever when I was a teenager, and this puppy literally ate an entire set of lawn furniture, like patio furniture. Just dismantled the whole thing. It was like plastic and metal. So impressively dismantled. And then somehow got that. We had a swimming pool in the backyard. You know that little robot that runs around the bottom of the pool?
Yeah.
Somehow he got that out and then proceeded to eat that.
Oh, yes. My dog would not do that. She would just bark at it like she did she was introduced to the Roomba.
Oh, right.
So she hasn't destroyed that, but she keeps on trying to pull it apart and bark at it.
The Roomba is so useful for pet houses, though.
Yeah, for the hard tiles and floor ones. Carpet, not so much, but it does a decent job for it. And the fact that the new ones have cameras, so you can say which is a room, and then you can say go to this room only and do it instead.
Oh, they've gotten smarter.
Yeah, and now that they have a clean tower, so when it goes and fills up, it just goes to the tower, and the tower vacuums the little robot out, and then you just keep it going, and you never have to touch that robot for months.
That's amazing.
On end instead of
I had one of the first generation Roombas.
Yeah.
And it would get trapped on like the edge of a rug and then just scream at you.
Yeah. Clear me. Clear me.
Help.
Beep beep beep. No, it's got that normal tone. Beep beep.
That
Beep, beep. Clean my Roomba. Clean me. So now it doesn't do that. Now it just says, "Hey, we got stuck somewhere because the dog yelled at me."
On your phone.
Yeah.
Right. It'll give you an app alert.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And since it mapped everything, you get a nice map of your floor.
Yeah.
And it can show you where it actually vacuumed everything too.
So cool.
So and at Costco it was such a sale. So it was like $500 for the whole set, and I thought, I need
That's
2 of them.
That's actually a fair deal.
It was a great deal too. I'm all about trying to find sales sometimes.
Right.
Too.
I mean, especially with gadgets that can sometimes run you more than 1,000.
Yeah.
Like I've seen some really cool litter boxes that do a lot of things, but a good deal is a good deal.
Yeah, like the current litter robot's $700 plus dollars, and I just wanted something that did that, and luckily I found one that is probably one of the better comparable ones in terms of litter robots with a little bit of quirks that it has.
Right.
But the Roomba, man, until I saw the Roborock here in Taipei, I thought the Roomba that I have is probably the best. Now I want a mop one too.
Right, the RoboMop, what are they called, Scubas?
Yeah, the scuba one. It's like, we're just going to like squeegee your floor with a Swiffer.
That's amazing, though.
It is, but now they have the ones that clean your little brush when you get to the station.
They will clean their own brushes.
Yeah, that's what the Roborock looked like it did over in Sogo.
Well, I, for one, welcome our robot overlords.
Yes, please come here. And also, I've already accepted you because I talked to your Herald, Mr. Chat GPT.
Oh, dude. Don't even get me started on how creepy that is.
No, it's great.
It's great. It is great.
Yeah. So at the wedding, my buddy, who's the groom, he had the assistance of the Chat GPT help him with his wedding vows.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wait. Did Chat GPT write his vows for him or simply assist?
He gave it some prompts and input, and he said, "I'm going to want you to write me the wedding vows, but then I want you to ask me questions and then adjust the vows as necessary." Ooh. So it would write the vows, and then ask him, how did you meet or whatnot, and then he would answer, and then it would adjust the format and the flow.
That's
so
amazing.
It's getting closer. So that's how he used it to help him write his vows.
That is ridiculously awesome.
Yeah, I've been just using it to ask the dumbest things ever. Like, what is pluma? Like, how bolígrafo?
Well, ideally, what we should be using AI for is to assist us in our in our daily lives, right? Not look up how many nibbles dogs should have. No.
I did ask it, like, how much do I feed dog? Is dog heavy? when do I give dog bath?
Right.
How much flea stuff do I get?
Well, I mean, those are actually fair questions. Those are not really,
No.
Well, we have seen that it can write wedding vows.
Yeah.
But apps wise, what is your favorite pet-based app?
Oh, my pet-based app right now is the one that watches my cat's bathroom.
Parents, you guys understand. Parents of either human children, or furry children, you guys get it. It's like it's sometimes really, if you don't know, it's very worrisome. So once you are finding out this information, it is very interesting.
My cats right now, when they first were figuring out the litter box, the machine was saying the cats were going 16 times a day.
Well, because they would go in and out, in and out, right?
In and out, even though they're spending 3 minutes at a time in and out. And now it's 6 times a day.
Between two cats.
Two cats. And you can see based on the weight, like, oh, one just got out, but the other one just got in, like it was needing to rush to get inside and did not give the robot time to clean itself.
Well, I mean, maybe one's an empathy peer.
It could be.
It happens. It's like if somebody says, "Oh, I need to go to the bathroom," then I'm like, I do too.
Yeah. But that's the only app that I have for pets on my phone.
Right.
thank God for the internet of this century that I have ease of access to
what's happening in your house.
Happening in my house, and I can look at my phone to see what's going on. And if I need help, I have a virtual private network access that I can use to tunnel into the system and use that to read programs.
Yeah, I'm even at work. I'm here, like 15 minutes away from my house. I love to like look in on my pets and see how they're doing, make sure nothing is crazy broken or burning. So,
No, I've seen that where the dog was actually eating something on the sofa, and I screamed at her from the camera, and she just stared at the camera.
It's scary for them. It's like, what was that?
What's that? What was that garbled robot sound from the little box? Exactly. I thought I was eating that box. It's still up there. I'm gonna eat that later.
Right. Thanks for coming in, John. It's been fun. I love like waxing, just love on about pets.
And the things that they do and how we love them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But thank you for having me too.
Of course. Yeah. Well, have a good flight back to Florida.
I will. It's going to be a nice 24 hours flying. Not going through France this time, like I told you.
All right. Well, tune in next week. What's your cup of tea? What tickles your fancy or what floats your boat? Join us as we share passions from people in Taiwan and around the world on Geek Out. I'm Michelle Chiang, and you've been listening to Radio Taiwan International.